Hey, Jordan here, and welcome back to another video. I am so glad you're here. Today, we're gonna talk about the family shoot that I did that I vlogged. I didn't actually vlog the shoot. There was so much going on, but I recorded some video pieces, and a couple of people have asked to see the photos. And we are gonna get started. Here we go. Okay, so starting at the top of the gallery, her daughter, I just had her stand in front of the flowers. She was super relaxed and everything, so it was the perfect person to start with. And I had her little sister come and stand next to her. And then these photos of the middle child, she was a little bit more nervous, so I had her stand there, flowers in the background, and asked her to reach up and touch her hair. And then I asked her to put both of her hands up and scrunch. And that's probably one of my favorite character shots of her. And then I had her stand right in front of the flowers, more of a straight on shot for something just very toddler, the oldest, and then had her twirl her hair because I noticed she was twirling it, and I love bringing it whatever the client does naturally. Like if they stand there and do something with their fingers or twirl their hair or look at you over their shoulder, and they just, whatever they normally do, looks really good in a photo. And then I have been obsessed with these photos. I did this for a client on location. And so I had her point at the camera, and for my client, I had them do the peace sign. We did a couple of other things. And I just love how much character and interest it brings to the photo. We did some family photos, and anybody who's had family photos taken knows that for some reason on that day, things go crazy. So it's really hard to get something that feels relaxed. And I focus on getting one shot of everybody smiling if we can. If you got a little baby, sometimes you can only do so much. So you may have mom hold her or something to hide the tears. But everybody needs a good family photo. And the thing is, people think they want one of everyone smiling, but the one that goes up on the wall is typically one where everybody's looking at each other, playing around, just having fun. So for these family photos, I used the flower bed and then the gravel to act as a leading line, and then the edge of that concrete in some of the photos to just shape the image. I also, in the Midwest, sometimes things are so they're here. If you go south a little bit towards Branson, you've got the Ozark Mountains, which when I was a kid, I really thought those were mountains. Here in Springfield and in a lot of Missouri, it's super flat. So I like to make sure I have something behind their head so that it's not just sky, because sometimes you'll get I don't even know what it's called, honestly, where the light behind them starts to distort their face. You don't want that, no, thank you. I walked over to that area where I had shot the 50 to 85 millimeter video, had Jess walk back into the greenery, and her little girl was following her. So I had her just turn around and look at me. And then Jess naturally turned around and looked at her daughter, which created one of my all-time favorite photos, because you have all three of her kids doing natural things. We took some family photos, and then I photographed Jess. And I love the spot that we used because the bush, I'm not sure, but that fluffy stuff is flowing this way, and it just kind of shapes the image. And then on the other side, I think it works really well if you have that on both sides, but sometimes it's nice you have them turn their back to that and just let it shape the image, create this texture in the image. And that's what I love about that grass, is all of the texture, and it adds a movement, so you don't have to, work so hard. Just kidding. Take photos with each girl snuggled up, had her hold each of her kids in her arms, bring them up really close to her face. One of her girls kissed her forehead. A few seconds with each kid to make these photos happen. So it's snap, snap, snap. I love these in-between moments of just this one where her oldest is just looking into her eyes. The ones of Jess and David, I had her turn next to me. Well, he actually wore her hat first, which they were cracking up about, and then had them hold hands, look into each other's eyes. So I just wanted to create something really natural, and I wanted them to feel comfortable while they were doing it. And I feel like if you distract them, just have them look at each other, Typically, they just chill out. Keep going with the talking. Okay, turn and hold each other. Throw your arms around him. Give her a kiss. Just look over here at me. Give a smile kiss. And all these little instructions create some laughter as they try to keep up with it. Probably one of my favorite poses, where I had him kiss her forehead and just her look straight at the camera. It's a classic. And then obviously you gotta get one where they're holding hands, walking away, and she's looking, over her shoulder. That's just it's iconic. Yeah, we did some photos of each kiddo with dad. I love the one where he's got her over his head and her curls are hanging down. Towards the end of the shoot, there was no light. I actually used a noise reduction program to eliminate the noise and give me the authentic color back, eliminate the color noise. This whole thing with a 50mm, I think is like the golden lens. So really love my 16-35, turn it to the 35mm. It's beautiful too. For this one, I use the 50. I think it's the most versatile lens. Let me know if you only had one lens to pick for a shoot. What would you pick? Comment down below, let me know. When I was editing, I focused on creating warmth and color because it was an overcast, cloudy day. The reds and the greens, those complementary colors playing off of each other. And overcast gives you some flexibility with where you can shoot. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. No matter what gear you have, no matter what lens is your favorite, no matter what situation you're working with, create and share your work. I'm cheering you on, and I will see you in the next video.